Moving has got to be one of the most stressful things we do, right? You're surrounded by boxes, you can't find the tape, and then you've got to deal with all the stuff you don't actually want to take with you.
So let's get right into it. Picture this. It's the last day. You are completely exhausted, and that old, heavy couch is just sitting there. And you think, you know what? I'll just leave it. The landlord can deal with it. But what happens next? Well, that's what we're going to break down.
You might be thinking your security deposit will cover it. No big deal. But leaving that furniture can actually set off a chain reaction of financial and even legal problems that you probably never saw coming. So first up, let's talk about what we're calling the move-out dilemma. And look, this usually isn't about someone trying to be a bad tenant. It almost always comes down to a simple misunderstanding of the rules. I mean, this is the classic assumption, right? It seems so simple. You paid a security deposit, so that's kind of like a cleanup fund. You figure the landlord will just deduct whatever it costs to get rid of this stuff, and everybody just moves on. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not really how it works. And this is where that simple assumption can backfire spectacularly. So let's look at the actual costs and the legal stuff that landlords are working with here. Okay, this is where a really important legal term comes into play: abandoned property. The second your lease is up and you're gone, anything left behind isn't just unwanted furniture anymore. Legally, it's abandoned. And that means your lease almost certainly gives the landlord the right to get rid of it, and then send the bills straight to you. And here it is, the first direct hit to your wallet. Your landlord is not going to haul that couch out to the curb themselves. No way. They're going to call a professional junk removal service, and guess who's on the hook for that entire invoice? You are. So here's the crucial part, the real kicker. Because you technically broke your lease agreement by leaving stuff behind, your landlord has zero, and I mean zero, incentive to find you a good deal. They can hire the first, the easiest, or heck, even the most expensive service they can find just to get it done. And that brings us to the biggest, most costly mistake you can make as a renter, assuming your security deposit is the worst case scenario. Trust me, the charges rarely stop there. Let's just put this side by side because this is huge. You assume that deposit is your safety net. The reality, it's just the first bit of money the landlord's going to use. If getting rid of your stuff costs more than your deposit, and it often does, you are still legally on the hook for the rest. And here's how quickly this can get out of hand. First, they take your deposit. Then, they'll send you a bill for whatever's left over. If you don't pay that bill, they can take you to small claims court. And if they win in court, which they probably will since it's all in the contract, a judge can literally order that money to be taken right out of your paycheck. All of a sudden, that old couch has turned into a massive problem. Okay, that was the scary part. But here's the good news. Avoiding this entire nightmare is actually pretty simple. So let's get into the smart, easy ways to unload that furniture and completely avoid all those fees. Here's your simple 3-step plan. Step 1, just talk to your landlord. Seriously, you never know. They might actually want that bookshelf for the apartment. If they say no, then on to step 2, handle it yourself. This puts you in control of how much it costs. And if it's just too big, step 3 is to get a little help. Renting a truck for an hour is so much cheaper than paying for a junk service your landlord hired. And disposing of it yourself has some pretty great options. You could actually make a few bucks selling it on Facebook Marketplace. You could donate it to a charity, which is great, and you might even get a tax receipt. Or, my personal favorite, just post it for free online. You would be absolutely shocked how fast someone will come and haul away your problem for you when it's free. All right, so all of this, the rules, the fees, the solutions, it all comes back to the most important point of all. Every single one of these rules is spelled out in one single document that holds the key to protecting yourself. Your lease, your rental agreement, it is not just some formality. It is a legally binding contract. The time to figure all this stuff out isn't when you're stressed and moving out. It's before you even sign on the dotted line. Understanding what you're agreeing to from day one is the best way to protect yourself. So the next time you're looking at a lease, be a detective. Keep your eyes peeled for these specific clauses. What does it say about abandoned property? What are the official move-out procedures? Are there specific cleaning fees or charges for item removal? Just knowing this stuff up front is a total game changer. So I'll just leave you with this thought. We would never co-sign a loan for someone or sign a credit card application without reading the fine print, right? A lease is no different. It is a major financial document. Taking an hour to really truly understand it can save you thousands of dollars and a whole world of headaches down the road.